Yes, indeed we do. And the question we're asking to you at home is, do big age gaps in relationships actually work? But of course, we're exploring this entire topic along with the phenomenon that we're seeing rearing its ugly head these days of the blesser, blessee, sugar daddy, sugar mommy dynamic that's happening in relationships. So we asked you at home and in the streets, does the sugar mommy or sugar daddy replace a mom or a dad?
Not really. For me personally, it's not really, because people want to have sugar mommies and sugar daddies so that life will be simple, basically.
I do think that they replace their moms and dads because they not in contact with their parents or their parents passed on.
Some of them do, because they feel the need that they need to find love somewhere else because they never felt love at home. They weren't given actually love at home. So they feel the need to date somebody else, someone who would actually care for them, someone that actually make time for them.
Some very interesting comments there from our viewers on the street. And what I thought was a very obvious question that no, a sugar mommy or a sugar daddy cannot replace your mother or your father. But yet that lady said that, yes, possibly, because some people are not in contact with their parents. They might have some parenting issues or daddy complex, as they call them. So can this person actually fill that role?
I don't go into the Freudian thing around this at all. For me, it's just quite a practical and quite a difficult situation for women and men to find themselves in. They can be replacing in terms of the fact that parents may not be available. And we've got to be honest that in our country, as in many societies in the world, parents are not available. They're not emotionally available, they're not physically available, and they're not financially available. Katlego, this is about money. This is about money, this is about status. And we're talking now about the blesser situation. I'm not talking now about the intergenerational relationship where you've got two people of different ages, because I don't think that that's really an issue. I think that that's something that grown-up adult people have to kind of work out. I'm much more interested in talking to our listeners about how much money are you willing to be paid? How much money are you willing to pay for sex? For a transaction.
Is that all it is, Dr. Eve? Do you not find that in some instances it is a case of somebody who might not have had the best relationship with a particular parent, whether mother or father, and they're looking to fill that gap in some way, that the money and the gifting and everything else comes as an added bonus? I'm not saying that this is what it is. I'm just posing a question.
No, I think it's a great question. I would put that more into the category of a younger person looking for an older person. It could be, doesn't matter what the gender is, where they want the emotional support and the finances aren't the number one priority. Then I would say, you're really looking to get comfort, you're looking to get security, you're looking for a safe place to land, and you feel that when there's somebody who's much older. I'm not undermining, and I'm sure there are many people who are listening to us today, Katlego, who are really in love. And I mean, it just happens that you meet somebody who's like 10 years old or 10 years younger than what you are, and there's an attraction. It could be an intellectual, could be a physical attraction, an emotional attraction, and those people live happily ever after. I hear a lot of that with people, and that's absolutely genuine. That's one category if we're talking about in terms of age differences. Healthy, consensual. We're talking about the concerning impact of blesser and blessee, and what that means in our country.
We've got a caller on the line right now. Michaela from Pretoria. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hi.
Oh, thank you so much for your call. What is your comment or your question?
I started dating my boyfriend when I was 19 and he was 11 years older than me. And in the beginning, there was a bit of controversy from friends, and my parents were more accepting. But what I've realized is that being in a relationship with someone a decade older than me allows me to reach the big goals earlier in life.
Wow.
So earlier in life, I get to buy a house, I get to have kids, I get to have stability. The cons of it is that sometimes he treats you as a child. Sometimes he doesn't see you as an adult because you're not at his age level.
That's really an interesting angle that you've brought in. And I wonder if you are able to hold your own in that relationship, Michaela. Are you able to do that?
In the beginning, not. I struggled and I submitted quite quickly. But after a few years, you kind of realize that you are as important in the relationship and you're both equals and you're moving forward at the same pace.
That's a good thing, because it sounds like you've had to do work for yourself and find your own footing. It sounds like he's really contributed to that. So that's a lovely story.
Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Michaela. So clearly it can be made to work if there is this conversation. There's a mutual respect, I think, one of the most important factors.
Very much. But she points out the important point over here is that he may treat her as a child because he feels very nurturing towards her because of the age difference. I think, one has to move away from ages and really treat each other just as equals, irrespective of what the ages are.
All right. Well, we'll continue our chat with Dr. Eve. And in our next segment, we asked you on the street the pros and cons of the sugar mommy, sugar daddy. We'll find out exactly what you had to say. But right now, an opportunity for you to win.